For this kind of scenario, when the DG of DSS has been sacked, are there usually penalties?
Well, I think he has to go through some kind of interrogation to find out exactly what happened and where he's coming from. Or maybe somebody instructed him to go and do what he did. He should be able to answer those questions. You know, of course there will be penalties. There will be disciplinary situations.
Well, you know, the reason why some of these questions come through, because, I mean, we're all in this country. When we saw the Abdul-Rashid Maina, he was on EFCC's wanted list. He resumed in the ministry. He was receiving salaries, and everybody thought, whoa. I think the comment from the presidency at the time was they were not sure, they didn't know that he had resumed, and they ordered his termination, but they said no, he was still working there. And this kind of things go on, and leaving people to say, look, they don't know what to think anymore.
Because if you remember, we discussed the Maina issue once, and it was the same thing. Sometimes people under the president will be acting extemporary by carrying out certain things, feeling that, okay, they've read the body language and that is the body language. Meanwhile, they are reading it differently. You know, Maina was brought into the country without the knowledge of the president. In fact, they almost made the president commit himself, you know, and then he said no, and then the man was removed from the office that they have given to him. So these are the things that must have built up to this present situation that we're in.
Because that was why I also thought about that. Don't forget, too, the clash we saw between operatives of the EFCC and that of the DSS when they had gone for the NIA. And those kind of scenario leaves one asking, from your perspective and from what we've seen, do you see a scenario wherein there's hierarchy among security agencies? Do they recognize, look, we take instructions, even amongst ourselves now, the NSA, the NIA, Minister of Interior, do they understand that hierarchy in terms of working together?
No, I don't think so. I feel that there is too much competition, and there is no cohesion right there, because they should be working, complementing each other.
Okay, let's go to break. We'll come back and wrap this up in a minute. Don't go away. Welcome back. Well, Mr. Amachree, how much impact does this sack have moving forward? One, in terms of restoring order among security agencies, because some may say, look, this doesn't mean that the power play ends within those agencies.
Yeah, but I think what the vice president have done is going to put everybody fall in line. Everybody should fall in line now, because there is too much power play. And that is why some people start to question, you know, whether the president is in charge or not, because many people are busy reading body language, and he is not making much statements. He's a very quiet president, you know, and others are now reading the body languages and interpreting those body languages. And
rightly or wrongly.
Yes, rightly or wrongly, and acting on it, which you know, makes a nonsense of everybody.
But then, for those who think that, well, this could ordinarily not have unilaterally happened, even with the build-up of the power play, they suggest that in addition to all of those scenarios was the influence that the West had on them, putting pressure on them. Do you think that has any bearing whatsoever? Of
course. We are part of the international community, and then at that same time, other embassies, especially some of the very, very big powers that influences us, are all looking at what is happening in Nigeria. And of course, we cannot. You remember when the president went to the United States, you know, and they told him that, look, you are fighting corruption. That is beautiful because we like that, you know, but they are killing people, and then do something about it. You heard when Trump told him that, you know, do something about it. And it is continuing, and these people are still around, and they are watching, especially towards the build-up to 2019 elections. You know, many of these embassies are sending their reports off and then talking. Before December, you will see advisories are going to come out from these embassies. If they read the situation very, very badly, they will say, okay, there is going to be commotion in Nigeria, or there's going to be this or that, or it will going to be all right, and then they will take the necessary action and of course, inform their citizens.
Organized commotion.
Mr. Amachree, let me just take you back to the laws guiding the operations of the DSS, especially because there were unconfirmed reports about rejoicing in the rank and file amongst the men after the sack of the DG. But see this. So Section 3 ABC of the Act says the SSS shall be charged with responsibility for the preservation and detection within Nigeria of any crime against the internal security of the nation, the protection and preservation of all non-military classified matters concerning the internal security of Nigeria, and such other responsibilities affecting internal security within Nigeria as the National Assembly or the President, as the case may be, may deem necessary.
All right. That very last one is the one that we are talking about.
Now, in this situation with this kind of occurrence, and then the unconfirmed report of rejoicing amongst the rank and file, what should the SSS do to clean up its house and its image?
Well, right now, let me talk about...
Real quick, we're out of time.
Okay, so right now, you see that people might be jubilating because they felt that there was bad leadership, and that leadership is gone. A very, very serious professional has been appointed. I know him personally. I've been appointed, and I think very cerebral. And we might take the SSS back to the path that is supposed to follow.
Hoping politicians will let them do that. All right. Thank you for coming on this morning, Mr. Dennis Amachree, former assistant director with the SSS, now a security consultant. That's the show today. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I'm Chamberlain Uso.
I'm Neota Igbe.
Thank you. I'm Maokbe Ogun Yusuf.
Have a great day, everybody. I'm Ajuri Ngelale.